So we're well into autumn. All the leaves have fallen off the trees, and I get a lot of questions about what to do with all the pine straw and the leaves that are in your yard. Stay tuned, let's talk about it. Hi everybody, welcome back to another video by Pan Society. I'm Cherie, and today I want to talk about what I do with all the leaves and the pine straw that fall in my yard during this time of year as an animist. So this may not work for everybody. I understand some people live in areas that have restrictions, whether you have an HOA or you don't do yard maintenance at all, or whether the rules are for your neighborhood. But for me, we own a little bit of property out here so that I can do gardening and chickens and everything. So we're not as restricted here. So I just leave the leaves and the pine straw there. Some of the pine straw I'll rake up because I'll use it in other areas for mulching. But for the most part, I just leave it there because even though things are calming down and slowing down and getting quieter, lots of things are still happening, and nature has always had a plan and a cycle in place before we ever came along. So while those leaves fall, it helps retain moisture underneath it. So lots of animals and critters and bugs use that to either hibernate, lay eggs, to rest. So there's lots of things that are going on under it. As these leaves decompose, things like mushrooms, you'll see like white hairy things going through. That's mycelium for mushrooms. Mushrooms help break down matter, whether it's leaves, logs, fallen trees, any sort of sometimes food stuff that's out there. And because there's been a lot of rain, I've been seeing a lot of mushrooms popping out in the yard, so it lets me know that nature's out there doing its work. So when you rake up all the leaves, you kind of change all of that natural stuff that's happening. Now I understand for people that want lawns, you can't have the leaves laying there because they'll kill everything underneath it. So it's something to think about. We practice permaculture, so we leave it there, and then next year I'll plant something, and then eventually it'll get covered up again. And so it's just a cycle that we keep doing. Also, if you have animals like chickens and goats or whatever that, and even pigs that forage on the ground, you kind of want to leave all that there anyway, because all the leaf litter attracts insects to hide under it. The chickens get to dig it up, so they're helping till and fertilize your soil. If you have pigs, they kind of root around looking for all the nuts and everything. So everything kind of has a purpose and a way to work things. So it's just one little thing to think about as you are working on your animism path, if you're able. We all do what we can when we can. And sometimes changing how you do things takes time, and that's okay. But if you have the opportunity, give it a try. I mean, I know it's really hard, especially if you're used to a pristine lawn, to kind of let things take over and do their own thing. But you never know what's going on underneath and what animals you'll see along the way and what you're helping happen if you just let things be. So if you're already doing this, great. Leave some comments and tips and tricks down below and let us know what you're doing. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the next Pan video.